There's a cattail over there. Anyway, this video is going to kind of be a continuation of a video I did maybe a week and a half ago about weird things that have been happening lately. Now, I'm moving in a couple days, Friday to be exact, and I don't know, I'm really anxious and stuff like that, not in a bad way, but in a good way, because I really don't like the apartment that I stay at, and I don't know, I'm just excited to be moving, you know, back home or whatever. But anyway, you know, work's been stressful, and, you know, my cat, can you hear her purring? I don't know. She always gets like this when I do videos, especially if I'm on the floor, which is where I am. I don't know, she's weird. But anyway, so like with moving and everything, it's just been kind of hectic, and my energy is like higher than it usually is, because for the most part I have a relatively low energy level. I have for years, just because of various things. But anyway, I was taking pictures of makeup that I was going to put on the swap site that I use, and I got a really weird I don't know, result or picture, and I don't know, I'll either insert the clip here I was going through the pictures because I have this camera right here. It's the Canon, or no, it's a Sony CyberShot, and yeah, it takes really huge pictures, which is good because, you know, depending on what you want to use it for, it's better quality, etc., blah blah blah. So when I want to put the pictures on things like the makeup swapping site, I have to scale them down, otherwise the picture will just be horrendously huge and just throw off everything else. So I don't know if this is like the proper way to do it or if there's a better way, but I just use paint and resize it. So as I was doing that, I stumbled across the picture of this palette right here. And what I saw in like, it's like this part right here, it's like crazy. I mean, as you can see in the picture, it's a face. And at first, I mean, it's just so clear to me that I thought it was definitely like a reflection of something. I knew it wasn't me because I don't look like that, and I don't know, it was just so clear. I just like, okay, I need to find this palette. Like maybe there's like one of those like holograms, or, you know, it's etched into the little plastic, because like this part's like plastic, plus they have like had a little sleeve inside that went over the actual, you know, eyeshadow colors or whatever. So I figured maybe it was like something on that, but it wasn't, which it freaked me out because it took me a minute to find this, because I had already moved the stuff after I took the pictures. So I was freaking out about that. I'm like, where the hell is it? So I finally found it and looked it all over, and there's nothing that had like a face in it. So I kind of studied the picture, and if you look at the picture, because like I had this camera like right above the object, so it was like this, you know, of course not like this, I had it on something, but that's like the angle and all that I had it on. So yeah, like it really wasn't a reflection of anything unless it was on the camera itself, which if you look at the picture, you can see the reflection of me, or parts of my body, because, you know, I have it like this, so, or like that, or whatever, so you can't really see my face, but like my face is behind the lens, so you wouldn't be able to see it anyway, and you can see my arm, and you can see the actual camera itself, and where the image would be reflected would be like right in here, so like basically empty space. So it's not a reflection of anything, not to mention that there was no pictures around me or anything like that. So it really creeped me out, like really creeped me out. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing because I've never captured anything in film. So, yeah, I posted it on Facebook to see if other people saw what I was seeing, because I don't know if you noticed, if you've like watched my videos, you know, for a while or whatever, but I have like an Asian obsession, like especially Japanese things, like just like the people, the culture, the food, everything, and I've had it since I was literally in kindergarten. And the person in the picture, to me, looked Asian, which was weird. Like, out of all the ethnicities or races or whatever you want to call it that would show up in a picture of mine, for it to be an Asian woman was kind of strange. So, without telling anybody else like what I thought I saw, I would just show it to random people, whether it be at work or over the internet, and all of them came to the same conclusion, that it looks like an Asian, younger, like maybe 20s, female with dark hair, like black hair. Like, to me it looks like it's pulled back in like either like a bun type thing or whatever, but it's pulled back, and very intense eyes. Like, I think that's what really got to me the most. And it's not a, to me, I don't get a bad vibe from it, but it's just like intense. And it looks like she's wearing makeup, which is ironic because I captured her in this makeup palette, which I was originally going to, try to get rid of, like to swap, but I'm not going to now because, what happened, and I would feel weird giving it away, and I just think it's kind of cool because like I've never had that happen before, and I don't know if it has anything to do with the palette itself or anything like that, but yeah, so I'm not getting rid of it. Plus, I mean, it's a decent palette, which I will do swatches of this and other products that I got from the UK haul that I had a couple weeks ago, so you can see what it looks like and everything like that. But I don't feel right giving it away considering all that. So anyway, the next night, I think it was, maybe the night after that, I think it was 2 nights after this happened, because it happened in the evening, I was trying to go to sleep, and I always have problems sleeping, and like I said, with moving and everything, I'm just like really anxious, and when I'm really anxious, I have problems sleeping, more so than usual. And I was kind of like in the in-between stages, and when I opened my eyes, I could have swore I saw her in, I don't know, it was a full body apparition. You could tell it wasn't a real person, but it was, because I've seen ghosts before, and to me they all look the same. Like, you can tell, what they're wearing and everything, but it's clear that it's not like a physical person. But since I was trying to sleep, I just kind of shrugged it off. I didn't get a bad vibe from her at all, so, I mean, just the simple fact that I was able to fall asleep after that, like, almost immediately, should, describe or prove that, I wasn't bothered by it necessarily. I wasn't really bothered by it until the next morning when I was thinking about it. But, yeah, I don't know who she is. I've never seen her before. I think she's really pretty, but I have no idea who she is. And I don't know, like, I've never really had any experiences living here, so I really don't think it's anything with, this apartment. It's either because my energy's higher than usual, because, I'm moving and, stress and all that, because that's when usually the most things happen with me. Or if it's something attached to the palette itself, I don't know. But I just think it's really cool, but it's creepy, because I've never caught anything like that on film before. So yeah, I'm gonna, like I said, link the picture below, or I inserted it, whatever, but you can see, I'll probably do both if I can figure out how to insert the clip, but definitely I'll put the link to the picture below so you can see it, and it's still, so you can like dissect it and like whatever. But if you have any questions or comments, put them below. If you have any experiences like mine or any explanation for this, I'm open-minded, but you kind of have a feeling when things like this happen, and I really do think that I did capture a spirit on, the camera. But I mean, I can't, force my beliefs and opinions on you, but do let me know or post a video response or picture or whatever